Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new challenger today for Remapthemind. It's going to be a very strong Zerg coming after him today. It's going to be Sziky. Remap, he accumulated a bit of a bounty, so I adjusted a rule where for every day that the king holds the throne, he gains an additional $1 bounty. And it's been 3 days since Remap became the king, so he's currently worth $3 right now. If Sziky beats him, he becomes the king, and he claims those $3. If Remap wins, then he gets some money for himself, and it goes into his bounty. His bounty will go up even more, so... This is obviously going to be a very strong Zerg for Remap to deal with, as I said. Remap does feel like TBZ is his best, so we'll kind of see... Keep an eye on how he does here. I think it's going to be pretty tough for him, but... Maybe we'll, see a little bit of an upset. It is only a best of one, so you never know. Well, we do see that Sziky is going to get that first scout. So that'll be really nice and comfortable for him to just see early on, be able to spot this wall coming out from Remap. And I don't know if Sziky does 12 hatch or overpull a lot. I'd imagine 12 hatch. It's kind of like more common. Yeah, we see the drone moving down, so it's going to be just a normal 12 hatch here from Sziky. And Remap likes to do this 8 depot 10 racks wall off here. And typically he goes 1 rack Zacad into 3 racks. He just plays like a pretty consistent, strong style a lot of times. Sziky actually sending a drone out. Was going to look for that cross scout, but going to find him with that overlord and turn back around. He's going to start those Marines. So I was wondering if he wanted to go for 15cc. I think with the 10 racks, especially, I kind of like just making the Marines and kind of forcing them to make those lings early. Honestly, I kind of lean more towards doing it in either case. Just not letting them drone freely and going for that 15cc and just sending your Marines out. So first Marine's going to go and start moving across the map. He might even threaten a bit of a bunker. It's usually a bit of a kind of a fake bunker in a way when it's the 10 racks like this. Just to like force them to pull drones. And you're not necessarily looking to complete it, but I think in this case he might not even go for it. And as I said, that he is going to go and drop the bunker. So this just forces the drones to react to the Marines coming across and make these lings and everything, right? So you're not really looking to finish the bunker per se, you just want to make him respect the bunker. Obviously if he lets you finish it, that's great, but it's usually not what's going to end up happening. But we've got to be a little bit careful. These lings are coming out now. Bunker, as you can see, didn't finish or anything like that, or even try to finish it, so gonna get cancelled. And this is kind of usually the movement you see. Gonna move up here with 3 Marines, get 1 ling for free here, so that's a really nice start for Remap, honestly. We forced a bit of a drone pool, killed 1 ling, but we gotta be careful, because additional lings are actually coming out. This SCV going to try and escort and body block a little bit. And Sziky really, really wanted to pounce on these Marines. And he might be able to get a bit of damage here. One of the Marines did get stuck behind a little bit, but 3 more lings going down with no losses from Remap. This has been a great start for Remap so far. I wasn't quite watching the timing here, but it's going to be 2 hatch regardless. Because we've had to pull some drones and make a bunch of lings and everything, and yeah, I would say this early game has been fantastic for Remap. We've lost 0 units, we've made him make a bunch of lings, we forced a drone pull, we've killed 4 of those lings now, or 3 or 4 of those lings. I think 4, yeah, we've killed 4 total. So that was 8 lings made as well, that's 4 less drones, so you gotta think about it in that way too. And here we go, it's going to be those extra barracks coming up, and the academy going to be finishing pretty much at the same time, right? So now he's going to start making some medics. So from here, he's probably going to make 3 to 4-ish medics, start stim right away, and look to get into a few medics there and kind of just get posture a little bit aggressively with the bio, right? He's going to be with 8 Marines. He's going to go up to 3 medics, and then probably start walking out around that 11 Marine, 3 medic army. Extra hatchery coming down for Sziky in the base here. And only enough money to start 4 mutas right away. So that is kind of like the thing about the damage that Remap did. And actually there was a bit of a run by as we started moving out a little bit. And we're going to catch one of these medics immediately. Not quite going to get the kill though, so nice save there from Remap. But this is kind of annoying to deal with. And he's going to have to start getting his turrets over the meantime. So yeah, he is going to do that. Gonna stem and get in here. Is going to get delayed on that depot a little bit. So this is pretty annoying for Remap. He wanted to be posturing aggressively and kind of get to delay his turrets a little bit. But he's managed to lose no units so far, right? We've lost, I think, just 1 SCV total. Oh, one Marine or Ling there was kind of snuck in the corner. And this turret might actually get denied too, which is kind of annoying. I do wish he had mined this out when he got the chance earlier. Because you definitely don't want to get caught trying to come down this ramp with the mutas there, but Rain should be finishing relatively soon as well. And here we go. So this is where Remap will now posture kind of aggressively. We are up to 8 mutas now, but his Marine count looking pretty healthy. We are a little bit low on the energy now for these 3 medics. 2 of them are very, very low. And I imagine we're going to see that factory coming down pretty soon. It's going to be a little bit delayed just from the aggression and stuff that's been happening so far. And 1 medic going to go down. I think that was a fresh medic too, so I think we lost a fresh medic. And pretty good micro here on the bridge for Sziky. Bit of a mistake though, does donate 1 muta. And behind that, we're trying to get our drone count up. It was very, very low, so a much needed kind of drone swell there. And I'm not sure if he's going to be comfortable pushing out just these 3 medics now. The energy extremely low. I mean, 2 of them completely out of energy, actually. And Sziky is going to finish off this depot here. And just continue to pump muta. There's no 3rd base started yet. Even going to make a couple sunkens as well. And kind of look for a bit of a counterattack here. We have no pocket turrets down here, so if Sziky were able to identify that, Remap would be in trouble. But I think part of it is Sziky has to respect that if he commits to that, he has to worry about that counterattack, which is what this out on the field does. And you see he's making a 3rd sunken even, so that he doesn't have to worry about the scan goes down, trying to find a 3rd base, but there actually is no 3rd base yet. Sziky gonna jump on top of that turret and kill it off. There's 11 mutas here, so this is kind of that scary muta count. I'm gonna start taking some damage on his mineral line. We're gonna go for a counterattack, but with 3 sunkens here, it's gonna be extremely tough. And the mutas are close position as well, so they'll be able to come back pretty quickly to defend this. And there's just not enough bio here to go through this at all. And with all these turrets going down, and there's still 11 mutas in this pack right now, this is just a lot of damage. Remap is going to commit to this push. It's more of a kind of a get off of me type attack here to make those mutas come back. This bio is all going to go down, but it does at least give him some breathing room. He's going to be able to pick off a few mutas. It's definitely not what you want to be doing here as Terran. Like, you don't want this situation where you're losing your entire bio ball, but he kind of felt forced into it because we were just kind of dying. But I don't know if these turrets were fast enough actually for Remap. He does have a decent, a decent bio ball to help defend these turrets, and one of them is going to finish in time. But this is really good muta micro from Sziky, and just a very annoying position here for Remap. Another muta goes down, but it's still 10 mutas, doing a lot of damage here, and it looks like Remap is starting to fall apart to these mutas. Feels pretty bad. I mean, look how many turrets he's made, right? But it's just not enough. And honestly, I've been in this situation so many times, and I've never really understood what you're supposed to do about this. It feels like no number of turrets, once they get up to those 11 plus 1 mutas, feels like no amount of turrets can defend you anymore. I mean, he had 4 turrets here, and they just all got chewed up. You tried making 3, 4 more, still got chewed up, and there's still a lot of mutas left over. Find that the Queen's Nest coming down, the Hydra Den is done. if he ends up needing lurkers. Third base just about to finish. But the amount of damage the remap's taken, right? We have 3 workers on our natural right now. Finally, we get a Valkyrie out, but I feel like we're so far behind, I don't know that it matters. Valkyrie is going to get a volley off and kill at least one of those mutas. And we may see a bit of a repush here from Remap. It's kind of like do or die for him. Pretty soon we might get, I think, one more Valkyrie because we have no sci-fi. So I think his plan is just to kind of go for kind of a last hoorah push, basically. I mean, there's no lurkers out on the field, so it's not the worst plan. Almost killing those 2 mutas there. And probably going to see a bunch more Sunkens come down for Sziky. And it might just be a full-on counterattack from Sziky. Honestly, it looks like that's what it's going to be. Remap just going to bring the Valkyries back and come out with the bio. I actually really like that play a lot. I think that's really, really smart. It's about the best he could do. And it looks like he spotted top left, so he's going to go for that instead of attacking into the Sunkens. A little bit of a mistake, potentially, but Sziky doesn't pounce on it. Definitely could have cleared those Valkyrie. And it seems like they both kind of noticed later that there was kind of cross in the pass. And these Valkyrie are going to go down, so it's a matter of how much damage are they going to get done in the meantime, right? Does at least get one more volley off there and kind of soften them up. But this bio is going to get up here and potentially deny this base, so... And these mutas are very softened right now, right? There's a couple lurkers, though, for a counterattack. We are getting the bunker up. We got double dropship, still no sci-fi. We're just fully committed to trying to find damage as quickly as possible. And this bunker, very, very smart from Remap, understanding that it's very likely the dude would get counterattacked. And this is going to be a big counterattack, kind of all-inish. We got 6 Marines here, not rallied, though, and we kind of need everything we can get down here right now as fast as possible from Remap. And it looks like he's just barely not going to be able to hold this off. I really think 6 more stemmed Marines there, and he actually defends this. And he actually found these drones and everything up here as well, which is kind of crazy. I don't feel like this is really the more important thing to be watching right now. But this natural is going to get dislodged. Still no sci-fi, right? So we're just, you know, what you see is what you got for tech. No tanks or anything like that. I think we got 4 lurkers down here at the moment. I'm going to push up to the ramp here. 1 lurker does go down, so that's nice for Remap. But it's going to be a lot of lurkers and hydras on this. Our hive finishes up for Sziky, and is he just going to go straight to Defiler? Yeah, we're going to go Defiler on 2 base at this point. We actually went double Wraith. That is interesting. I mean, just whatever units we can get, we're squeezing out at this point. And I guess we killed... I didn't see that all the mutas had gone down, so it's just the 1 muta left. The bio going to come down here and try to finish this up. But we ran out of scan... And there's still 2 lurkers here chipping away at our army. And this bio ball out on the field just looking for a potential third. It's all the way on that cross map though, so it's going to be pretty hard for him to get down there and deny that at this point. Dropships gets loaded up and just barely not spotted. I think he's going to go around into the main is what it looks like. I don't think he knows about the bottom left base yet. And he's just going to wait for his vessels at this point and try to get some damage done. And this might have some potential. I mean, Sziky has seen the dropships at this point. I don't know if there's anything in them currently. Okay, looks like not. Maybe there was a little bit. But we're going to find a bit of a spot to try and unload here. The Scourge are going to come in, and it's going to pick off one of these. Just barely, to a little bit of a mistake from Remap. Actually could have saved that dropship, I feel. But good defense from Sziky, regardless. And that could have been bad. I mean, if all that got unloaded in the main base, Sziky would have been in a lot of trouble because he just also doesn't really have the economy to keep going. And finally, it looks like Remap going to be able to dislodge these lurkers down here and start mining again. Gotta be careful though, we might lose a vessel here. A nice reaction from Remap. Gonna be able to save that. But gonna have to lift a little bit more. I mean, every bit of denying here, great from Sziky. And, I mean, Remap just desperately wants to be mining his natural again, but Sziky being as annoying for as long as possible. I mean, Remap taking a bit of a supply lead despite not being able to mine his natural for so long, and this is a scary, teched-out army at this point. It's not real big, but Sziky doesn't have a lot going for him either, and he's got these Defiler out. He's got Consume, and he wants to be getting across the map to these lurkers, but Remap going to do everything he can to delay that for as long as he can. And this all gets cleaned up. And honestly, Sziky has to be a little bit careful. This force coming across the map packs a big punch. Now, he does have Defiler. He's got Consume, so he's going to be able to delay for quite a bit. But these are 3 vessels. And we're going to have almost 5 Irradiates in for Remap. And honestly, like, Zyky's got that 3rd base up and running a little bit now. We do have that gas mining, which is nice, and a few extra drones down here too. So it will kick in for him relatively soon. Does pick off 1 vessel, and that was one of the high energy vessels too. So that's really good for Sziky now. He needed that very badly to defend here. So even though his supply is very low, Remap's got to be careful. Oh no. Okay, Sziky not looking either, thankfully, for Remap. Does use both Irradiates on the lurkers. And a Plague actually first here from Sziky. I'm surprised he went for the lurkers instead of Defiler here. And he then also lost once again the higher energy vessel, so didn't have another Irradiate either for the Defiler. And I mean, Remap, he kind of feels like he's got to make something happen, right? We're on a little bit of a timer. This 3rd base, like I said, up and running. The gases are now mining, so Zyky's army is going to start scaling very fast. Remap going to try and take the 3rd and play it out from here. Does have his 2nd gas up and running, but his main is done. And we're floating a CC over towards where we're building a CC, so... You know? Looks like he did spot that bottom left base now. And honestly, with a dropship here, he can be threatening to front and also threaten to drop the main at the same time. And actually, we clean up all the lings there. This Defiler gonna go down. Gonna just barely not get at the energy. Gonna die at 99 energy. There's only 1 lurker up here right now. And there we go. That Dark Swarm and that 1 lurker going to be able to defend this base. But we had that dropship. Where did that dropship go? I don't think he realized he had it. I kind of thought we would be threatening to kind of load up and around. But here we go. We're gonna go for this 1 lurker here with our Firebats, but the Firebat's kind of leading the charge and dying pretty much immediately. Is going to at least kill off a bunch of those lings, and he's going to try and go around, but another lurker down here in the corner going to be able to stop this. And I think Remap starting to kind of lose his potential window here with this getting cleaned up. And I think we realized we had that extra CC building, so we canceled it and landed our main. I believe that's what I'm looking at right now. But I think Remap starting to run out of steam. Lots of Defiler out on the field now. And upgrades kind of stopped for both players as well for a while, right? I mean, there's no like +2 or anything on the way for Remap. +2 just now finished for Sziky, so the bio going to be extremely weak. And I think we're going to go in for one more last little hoorah drop here and kind of see what we can get done. A couple Scourge in position. 1 dropship going to get done immediately. Extremely painful. And it seems like we're not sure what we want to do with it at this point. Does get his 3rd base up, but I mean, Zyky's taking his 4th right now. And we're not really doing any damage, right? We're not threatening anything, we're not doing any damage, so this is really hard for Remap. And he's kind of in like an awkward position with the The base that Sziky ended up with for his third base makes it where both bases vulnerable. And oh my god, that surround those lings and just eating them alive, right? We got that +2 armor like I pointed out. We're only just now starting our +2 as remap. And yeah, those Marines just get completely devoured by the lings. Supply getting closer and closer, which, you know, when supply is even, it's pretty much always heavily Zerg favored in this matchup. Bit of a scan ahead here, probably going to get some irradiates onto these lurkers. And none for the Defiler. I think the biggest thing right now is just how far behind we are on these upgrades. Gonna stem forward and go for it, but there's still one more lurker here. I mean, there's the Defiler here too. Gets the Plague and the Dark Swarm. Gonna clean this up with ease. I mean, you just see how bad the Marines are doing with that armor disadvantage, and now with the Ultras coming out, especially, it's gonna get even worse. Swarm coming down with this little Ling hit squad. Gonna make even holding this base a pain. And GG, gonna be called. Sziky, gonna take down Remap and become new king once again. So we still have no successful king defenses. But congrats to Sziky, gonna get those $3 and become our new king.